Talk crazy, I'ma get your toe attacked. I know I make you mad. Talk crazy, I'ma get your toe attacked. Know you heard of me, but I ain't heard of you. Say you steppin' with your bitches, I'ma smack. Say you steppin' with your bitches, I'ma lock them in. What's up, YouTube? You already know who it is. It's your girl Naima. Yep, I'm back from the dead. Yeah, basically, because I ain't dropped a YouTube video in like a year, and people been like, you need to get on YouTube, you need to do this, you need to do that. Y'all been getting on my ass, so I am back. Yes, y'all heard it right, I'm back. So I'm gonna just give y'all like a little rundown about what's been going on in my life, and then I'm about to get into this story time. Y'all are gonna enjoy this story time, by the way. So as y'all know, my Instagram is, it's taking both of them, the main account and the backup account. And honestly, I feel like that really gave me time to like think about what I want to do in life, think about life in general. I really just been trying to get my life together. You know, I cut off certain people that is not benefiting me in any type of way, that's always want to be on bullshit, you know, them type of people. Because yes, as y'all know, I do be around those type of people that just be on bullshit for no reason, even when the time is not right. So yeah, and as y'all can see right now, whose house I'm at Rainisha's house. Yeah, like honestly, she has really motivated me to want to get back and do my YouTube, because I have the subscribers for it. I just gotta drop the videos, you feel me? And she's really motivated me to like get on my shit. Like watching her and the shit that she do, and like her videos and all of that, like that's actually real motivating. And she's the reason why I'm like, yeah, I gotta get on my YouTube shit. So that's why I'm here. I'm back like I never left. Don't curse me out, please. I'm so sorry for leaving y'all for a year. I know y'all like when I do my story times and all of that. So yeah, we're back, and now we about to get into this story time. So story time of the time I punched this bottle girl in her face at the club. And this happened like 3-4 weeks ago. Actually, it's recent. So so as y'all know, I live in North Carolina now. I do not live in Virginia no more. Virginia was a toxic ass place for me, and it was not motivating. It didn't motivate me to do a damn thing. It just was trouble. Like it was trouble, and I had to get up out of there. So I left and I moved in April to North Carolina. So my friends introduced me to this club. I'm not even gonna say the name, but it's a club in North Carolina that everybody goes to every single Friday, and it be lit every single Friday. Like y'all know how some clubs, they be lit one Friday, then the next Friday it's like no, this is a club that be lit every single Friday. So I had this like sleepover at my house or whatever, and like I got this group chat, and we've been in the group chat for like almost 3 years or whatever. So I was like, it's finally time for all of us, you know, be around each other. So I did a sleepover, and everybody came over. So I was like, all right, so we're going to go out on this Friday because it be lit every Friday, and I'm going to show y'all a good time. Now it's time to go. Me and my other friend, we not even nowhere near ready. So my friends was like, all right, we got to be here at this time, so we just going to meet y'all there. I'm like, all right, cool. So me and my friend, we still doing our hair. So after we done did everything, we like, all right, now it's time for us to take our shots. So we throwing Casamigos back, throwing it back, throwing it back, throwing it back. And then we put some in a cup, and we left. So when we got there, like the shit was OD packed. Like it's always packed, but this shit was OD packed. Like it was mad people. So at this point, I'm lit. I'm out my body. So I woke up to the gate. This girl's like, that's Naima. I said, girl, yes, it's me. I'm drunk. What's up? What it do? You know, yeah. And she was like, oh my gosh, you mad pretty in person. I started having a conversation with her. Then I hopped in the line with her. We get checked, get our wristbands, we go in. Now, as soon as I go in, I'm looking at my friend. I'm like, I'm drunk, but let's go to the bar and get some more, you know, get some more shots. I didn't get a shot. She got a shot. I got a cup of like tequila. It was mixed with something though. I forgot what it was called, but that shit was so good. So usually when I go to that club, I stand on like, it's like a stage and it's a floor and then it's the steps. I always stand on the steps so I could just observe and just watch all my surroundings. And the securities, they know me. So they don't really like, they don't really care. They let me stand right there, whatever. So I'm standing there with my drink. I'm sipping. Yup, I finish it. Boom. Mind you, I'm fucked up already. So that just tipped it off. So they start playing music, like twerk songs, and me and my friends just dancing. Mind you, when we go to that club, we don't start dancing as soon as we walk in. We usually wait it out a little bit, but as soon as we walked in, we was lit. Like it was a wrap. We was lit. So I was dancing. Like, they had a little cameraman walking around, so they got me on the camera, whatever. After that, I told my friend, I said, let's go to the bar again. But this time, a boy had bought us some drinks or whatever. He was like, yeah, let me buy y'all drinks. I was like, okay, cool. I want that again. I pointed to it. He was like, all right, bet. So I ended up getting another cup. A cup. Not a shot, a cup. And guess what? I finished it. Yep, I did. Yep. Don't do too much, okay? Yeah, so now at this point, I'm lit. Like, I'm having fun. I'm bobbing my head to the music, dancing. It was at one point where the DJ had played Clout Chaser. I turned around. I said, you know this is my song, right? He was like, oh, word. He was like, we got so-and-so in a building. Da, 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 da. Like, I'm lit. Like, I'm really having a good time. It wasn't until they had started fighting on the stage. Yes, they had started fighting on the stage. So when I seen who was fighting, my demeanor just changed. Like, it just went completely left. So I'm looking. I'm like, hold on, that's my twin. I told the security, because I know all the security in there. I was like, y'all gonna have to get y'all hands off my twin. We not doing that. So they like, nah, you gotta understand. We just doing our job, da 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 da. And I'm like, no, that's my twin. Get y'all hands off of my twin. So the backstory to what had happened was basically one of the securities hit a female. And my twin was on the stage and seen it and hit the security. So then they started jumping him on the stage and then they carried him out, and they carried him out in a headlock. That's what I seen when they walked past the steps. That's what made my mood change. So I followed them like towards the door or whatever. And I'm like y'all really got me fucked up. Like, and whole time they ended up jumping my twin outside. Like, when they took him outside, they ended up jumping him, and like his face was fucked up and everything. So when I get to the door, they like, so is you going out, you staying in? I'm like, I'm gonna stay in, because if I go outside, like, I'm really gonna cause a scene. So I'm just gonna stay in here with my friends and I'm gonna calm the fuck down. After that had happened, the group chat people that I was with, they ended up like, nah, we about to leave type shit. Like, I was like, what y'all leaving for? It didn't get shut down. They just put them out, and yeah, what y'all leaving for type shit. But they ended up leaving. So it was just me, my little brother, and my friend that I'm with like 24/7. So it was just us three, right? Cool. So now I'm standing on the stage. Well, not on the stage. I'm standing on top of the steps with a straight ass face. Like, my whole demeanor just, I'm blown at this point. Because it's like, what y'all do all that for? Y'all didn't have to do all that. Y'all could have just, you feel me, and made him get out. But y'all really did a whole lot. So after that, I'm standing next to this girl. She a stud. Mind you, me and her, we've been standing next to each other damn near the whole night. Haven't said nothing to each other. Haven't gave each other no eyeballs, no looks like, yeah, you look good. None of that. It was none of that. You feel me? I just was minding my business and doing me. So it gets to a point where she look at me and she like, have you ever thought about being a bottle girl? And I looked at her, I smiled, and I was like, yeah. You feel me? Like, and then I went about my business. So this girl comes out of nowhere. Like, I don't know where the fuck this girl came from, the front, the back, the side, I don't know. But she comes out of nowhere and she like, who are you? I said, what you mean, who am I? She was like, oh, cuz this is my girlfriend. I'm like, okay. So her girlfriend like, you know, chill out. It ain't nothing like that at all. I was just asking her a question type shit. So she walks away mad as shit. She comes back and They standing on top of the stage. I'm standing on the steps, like right by the stage. Like it's literally a step, and then you take one more step and you're on the stage. Her girlfriend is standing next to her, and she just talking mad shit, going in. So I hear it and I turn around. I'm like, bro, I said, to be honest, don't ever press me about no bitch I don't know or I don't want. And I just stole her. Like, the way that I hit her, she jumped back and looked at me like, what the fuck? So after that, after I had hit her, the security, they came. They didn't really carry me out. They literally just walked me out because don't touch me. You feel me? So now I'm drunk and I'm tight. I'm like, yo, like, tell that bitch to come outside. Like, I'm not going nowhere until she comes outside. So one of the security I knew, like I knew, he like, man, to be honest, you never, like, you not gonna be able to catch her, because every time she leave and go to her car, she got security with her. And I said, to be honest, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Tell her to come outside, because I feel like she really tried me. Like, I really felt tried. Me and my twin peoples, we all outside because we all got put out. Okay, so the group chat people that ended up leaving, I ended up texting the group chat like, y'all, I just got put out, like I punched this bitch on her face. So they was like, oh, we about to spin the block. So they spun the block and they pulled up or whatever, trying to see what the fuck was going on. So we got kicked out at like 1 something. The club don't end till like 2. So we literally was outside until let out. So I'm sitting here talking to my friends, and my friend ended up snapping on this boy. I forgot what she snapped on him for, but she ended up snapping on him, and he trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm about to go get so and so to beat your ass, da da da. I'm looking at him like, yeah, it's not gonna be none of that. Whole time the girls that he was trying to get, my little sister be with them, so I look at them like little sisters, you feel me? So I'm like, yeah, like we cool with them, you feel me? So even though it would have been none of that, like they wouldn't even want to fight her, because hello, they be around us. Like, that's dumb. So when I said that, he like, oh, I shoot you right here, right now. I said, you gonna do what? So then, you know, you feel me? I ain't have no strap on me at the time, so I walked away. And he was like, oh, don't run now. Don't run now. Whole time, my nigga was in the cut. As soon as he heard something about me being shot, he was already in the cut and on it. That's why I fuck with that nigga so hard. Like, nigga friends that I be with, they really do not play when it comes to me. Like, I didn't even know that he was there until afterwards, and he told me. I'm like, oh. So then, like, a couple minutes later, the same person come up to us, and I'm like, bro, like, why you tripping like that? He was like, oh, because I felt like you was trying to come at me. And I was like, I'm just telling you what it was. It wasn't even nothing like that. And then we just start talking. It was like everybody was just drunk out of their minds, just saying stupid shit out their fucking mouth. So after that whole situation had happened, I see the girl come outside, and she walking fast as she can be to the car. And I'm like, oh, so you know when somebody walk fast, that means they want to fight. So I told my friend, I said, look, I said, hold my phone, because I think this bitch want to rumble. So I gave him my phone, and after I gave him my phone, I'm like, okay, it's like I'm sitting here about to walk up. She get in the car. I'm like, oh, so she don't want to fight. Okay, cool. So my friends, I say, all right, let's go before, yeah, because you already know how shit go after clubs. Yeah, y'all know. Yeah. So I was like, all right, she don't want to fight. We about to be out. So y'all don't understand the stuff that I had to go through right now, because the camera want to keep pausing saying memory full, and then it keeps saying battery exhausted. So I literally had to keep going back and repeating the same story like 5 times. Y'all, I'm stressed out, and I'm about to not give y'all this story time. Y'all know me, once I get stressed, I don't want to do it no more. It's over with. That's why y'all gonna probably see it's probably different angles. I don't care, but let me try to finish this story. Hopefully, camera, please let me finish my story before you decide you want to do all of this, because I'm not telling this story no more. I'm over it. Okay, so yeah, so a week after all of this had happened, my friends had texted me like, yeah, let's go to this new club out in Durham. So I'm like, oh yeah, we could slide, you feel me? So we get there, and I get out the car. It's this boy, he like, girl in the burgundy. I'm like, he ain't talking to me. My friend's like, girl, you got on burgundy, he talking to you. So I'm like, we not doing that. So he was like, girl, I'm not even trying to holler at you. I'm just trying to see if you duhhitsny. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. He was like, oh word, yeah, you lit. We've been trying to book you on all this yada yada yada. So I'm like, oh why? He fuck with me, you know, they know who the kid is, period. So then we get to the door. Another promoter was like, ain't you duhhitsny? I'm like, yeah. He was like, bro, this girl be having a parties in Jersey lit. Like, he was really uplifting me and telling me about myself. And I'm just like, ah. So he was like, yeah, y'all good. Y'all don't gotta pay nothing. I'm gonna give y'all a wristband to get on the stage. And yeah. So I'm like, I look at my friends. I'm like, yeah, cause bad bitch got the connects, y'all. So we walk in or whatever, you know, we scope the area, walk around, then we go to the bar and we go get a couple drinks, and then we go back to the booth and we chilling, like we drinking our drinks, vibing to the music, dancing. And so then my friend goes, y'all want to go to the stage? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. So as I'm walking, I see the security guard from the last club. So I'm like, I'm telling him to come here. He acting like he don't want to come here. So now I'm about to go on stage and figure out what's up. Like, why you acting like that? So I walk on the stage. He like, nah, I ain't even gonna lie. You can't even be up here. I'm like, what? We got wristbands. What you mean? So then this girl in the back, she like, oh, she definitely can't be up here. So I immediately like, who is that? He like, that's the girl from last weekend. I'm like, oh, like everything's starting to click now, because the whole time I didn't even know what she looked like. Mind you, when I punched her, I was drunk as fuck. Like, I was lit. So like, I didn't remember her face, nothing like that. I just know she had two little things in a bun in her head. That's all I knew. And that when I seen her at the club again, this time she had her hair down and glasses on. So I'm like, yeah, like I didn't think that was her. But once he said that and the way that she was acting, I was like, okay, now I see. I was like, okay, so ask her, like, do she want to fight? Like, what's it giving? Like, we could dead ass fight one-on-one. It ain't about nothing. And he was like, no, nah, we not doing that. Da, da, da. I was like, you know what? You right. I'm going to get off this stage just out of the strength of you. So I got off the stage and we walked back to our little booth thingy. And like how the booth is set up, it's like the stage, then it's the floor, then it's the booth. The stage and the booth is directly across from each other. You literally can see the stage people from the booth, like directly eye contact. So now I'm pissed off, like, girl, why is you doing all of that? So she's standing in the front of the little stage and I'm standing over here towards the front. So this song, I think it was Walk Around the Club, Fuck Everybody. That song had came on, right? So I'm sitting here, now I'm throwing shots. I'm looking at her, sticking up my middle finger like, yeah, fuck everybody. She looking at me like, girl, fuck you. Like, this shit was so funny. Literally, after this girl had seen that I was in the club, she went around the whole entire club telling the security that I was there. Like, nobody is going to touch you, girl. The fuck? Like, that shit really blew me. So like, hours go by and ain't nothing popping off. So the club about to end. And at this point, I'm like, yeah, I'm hungry. Like, let's go. So as soon as we walked out, everybody started walking out after us. So I'm like, yeah, no, I won't be the one to get snuck from behind. So I turned around and started walking like, yeah, I'm going to see everything coming my way. So we got to the car. Won't nobody on nothing. So we left and went to got food. We left and went to get food. They took me home and that was the end of my night. So last Friday, I end up going back to the club that the girl worked at or whatever, because my friends was like, pop out. So I'm like, all right, I'm popping out. The fuck? One thing about it, no female that so-called got beef with me is ever gonna stop me from going anywhere that I please. So yeah, you gonna be seeing me. If you don't like it, then do something about it. If not, then I don't know what to tell you, love. But yeah, so I get there or whatever, and as soon as I got to the front of the little thingy, the girl was standing on the wall. Soon as she see me, I swear to God, God could kill me if I'm lying right now. This girl whole demeanor changed. Like, it looked like she was in a happy ass mood before I came, and then when she see me, her mood just went like, it went left. And I'm just like, I really got that much power over you to make your whole demeanor change when you see me? Girl, I could never. Ain't no bitch about to ever. No. Should I say it again? No. Never. Ever. So I say, because me and my gang, like when we be deep like that, like our roll call is yurt. So I was like, yurt. And everybody's like, yurt. I was like, yeah, y'all gang. she right there. Just, yeah, be on the lookout just in case something go down. They was like, all right, copy, say that. You feel me? So we in a line. Line is not moving at all. It's moving slow as fuck. And I see the girlfriend, like, mind you, it's the girl on the wall over here and then her girlfriend standing right here. So I'm looking at her, she looking at me, I'm looking at her like, yeah, because you the reason why all of this started. So I gave her this mean ass stare like, yeah, like, what's up? So I finally get to the front to where they check your ID and they pat you down to make sure you don't got nothing. And so the security, I think he's her security, because he was like, you know, technically, like, you supposed to be banned. And I'm like, for what? He like, because you know what you did. I said, okay, but I didn't start that. She tried me. You feel me? And he was like, okay, I understand that, but at the end of the day, she works here. And I was like, bro, at this point, like, you got my word to my mother, I'm not gonna touch this girl. When I walk in this club, I'm not gonna touch her. I was like, but if she like try to run up on some shit, it's really gonna be that. He was like, I understand, da da da, and I'm like, all right. And then I walked right in. So I walked in, I went to my steps. I still stood at the steps. I don't give a fuck. I still stood right there because that's where I stand at every time I go there. That's my stamp spot, so I can watch everything. So I'm not moving. No, I'm not moving, especially not for no girl. What? I'm sitting there, I'm lit, I'm drinking, vibing, dancing. She walking back and forth with an attitude because I'm there. Yup, keep walking. Like, I really got you that mad. You feel me? Like, it was never that deep. You should have never said what you say. You should have never started that, and it wouldn't have been that, and you would have had a good time. But now you're gonna be mad every time you see me walk in that club. Your whole demeanor is going to change. So word around town was she was telling people that she was gonna do something to me. She was gonna fight me and all of that, yada yada yada, after the club or whatever. Right? Cool. That's fine. So the whole entire time at the club, I'm lit. I'm not worried about nothing, nobody, no. You feel me? Like, I'm just doing my shit the same way I would do if I didn't do what I did to her. The same exact thing I'm doing right now. Minding my business, dancing with my friends, and yeah, I'm lit. So the club ends up ending or whatever, so I end up walking outside. Soon as I walked outside, this girl follows me outside. So I'm like, okay, she seen me walk outside, she followed me outside. As soon as she seen me, she's a bottle girl, she has to stay there until everybody leaves. So I was like, all right. So I called her my baby mom. I was like, yo, I said, where you at? She was like, I'm coming out. Why, what's up? I said, yeah, because this girl just walked out with mad bitches. I don't know if she about to jump me, but yeah. They was like, I say that. Everybody was outside, right? So I'm like, do she want to rumble? Do she want to, like, what's the giving? Because all this secret animosity because you started with me and you still didn't do nothing about it even after it happened. Like, now it's 3 weeks done passed. Come on now, let it go, let it go, let it go. Like, at that point, that's what you need to do, because like, I just don't understand. So we end up walking to the car. I didn't see her, so at that point it was like, she don't want to fight. It's not giving, she wants to fight. So I was like, all right. So now we're gonna mind our business, go get some food, and we're gonna go the fuck home. And that's exactly what we did. And yeah, like, that really was it. Like, I just feel like you seen me the week before that. If you really wanted to do something, if you really felt some type of way, you could have did anything. At that, when I seen you again, I didn't know what you looked like. So I feel like you could have low-key stole me, and I would have been like, what the fuck? But you didn't. So now it's like, what you walking around with static for if you still not gonna do nothing about it? Now it's just like, let it go. You took that L, and that's what it was. Like, me personally, it ain't no beef, it ain't no static, it ain't no nothing. You feel me? I don't know you, but I felt like you tried me, and I had to show you, like, this ain't even that. You feel me? Like, I really am, y'all, I am a changed person. I promise you I am. That's the old me. I really don't get into that type of stuff no more. That type of stuff don't excite me. But when I feel tried like that, I feel like now I gotta ding, old Naima, where you at? Come back. And then go back right to the new me. Like, simple. Like, don't ever try me like that. So yeah, that was my story of how and why I punched this bottle girl in her face. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more story times, pranks, all that. Because your girl is back. Yup. I know I make you mad. Talk crazy, I'ma get your toe attacked.